What is up, YouTube? This is AVAULT here, back again today with you guys, a Wave of Light structure deck reloaded. And really nice structure deck. This deck is basically based on light monsters, as you guys can maybe some of you recognize. This is basically a Sacred Arcanite Parshaft, which is a basically a very old archetype that came out a long time ago when the first card was basically Arcanite Parshaft, and he has evolved over all these years to become this form today. And this deck basically builds around fairy types, playing Sanctuary of the Sky on the field as a field spell, as well as a heavily focusing on counter traps to stop your opponents. So this deck is really nice. This deck actually, I know this deck, just so you guys know, is not recent, it's not new. This deck has been out for a while already, I think over a year or so. Yeah, it's been more than a year since this deck came out, and it's really cool. And this deck is a reloaded series of another structure deck, but I think that deck didn't came out for us on the TCG. It was an OCG exclusive deck only, which had basically Parshaft on the front. And just really happy that we were able to get this for this guy, for you guys to open up. And yeah, definitely be sure to check it out. Also, if you guys haven't checked out yet as well, be sure to check out the Lair of Darkness structure deck opening. That's very similar as this deck as well, because they were the light and dark. I think they came one after another. So there was probably some plannings of light and dark together. Not together, but like there was a whole planning that there was a light deck that came out first, and then the dark deck came out first, and which Lair of Darkness was the dark deck that came out later after this deck, which also happened for us on the structure deck reloaded. And also an interesting note on that is the Lair of Darkness structure deck prior structure deck was called Curse of Darkness, which also didn't come out for us on the TCG. So those were the only two structure decks that didn't come out for us on the TCG and only came out for the OCG. But I used to play the OCG and I opened both of them and I really liked them. So, but here today, share with you guys Wave of Light structure deck reloaded. And as always, you guys can always buy 3 of these decks and to build a very slightly good deck for the reloaded series. They're really strong, really powerful monsters in here. So yeah, if you guys are interested in counter fairies, you can buy 3 of these. So as usual, we have our beginner's guide right here. And let's just check out this paper playmat, Wave of Light. Okay, so you know, basic combos as always. You can see on the left side right here. So how you basically utilize and play this deck. You know, you want to special summon Sacred Arcanite Parshaft as soon as possible. These are the new support archetypes for the counter fairies right here. Additional cards you can add as well on this side to basically pump up your deck to become much stronger. Right. So let's check out this lovely playmat. Really nice, really like the whole design. Once again, we have Arcanite Parshaft right in the middle, Sacred Arcanite Parshaft, and we have the 2 new support cards, which I forgot their name, but we're just gonna use it, put it right here so you guys can see and use it for this opening in particular. And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get a rubber playmat for this one because, you know, I'm just okay with it. And of course, our usual Duel Links ad. Highly recommend the game. I will always be saying this when we see this Duel Links card. Lovely game to play, really fun. Definitely really cool. Speed duels, love it, highly recommend it. So be sure to check that out as well if you haven't just yet. Okay, so yep, right here, the ad, which I don't really understand what that means, but okay. So starting off, we have Eva, which is basically a new fairy type monster, level 1, and then we have right here the card, the heart and soul of the deck, boss monster, Sacred Arcanite Parshaft. So what is it different from the old one? It has much more flavorful effects in this one, in my opinion. So if you activate a counter trap or negate the activation of spell/trap card or monster effect, except for during the damage step, you can banish 2 other fairy type monsters from your field, hand, or graveyard to summon this card from the graveyard. And if there was when you activate negated or hand or even not. So if this card attacks the defense position, inflict piercing damage, and when this card inflicts any type of damage to your opponent, you can add 1 Parshaft card or 1 counter trap from your deck to your hand. So really powerful. So really good to basically bring out a counter trap card. So it's kind of weird how these cards seem like darker print. They don't seem as bright as the other cards. Maybe it's European print. Not too sure, but I don't. Yeah, there's something different about the print. So we've got Power Angel Valkyria, so basically a new support archetype for this deck as well. 1800 attack, really pretty strong. And then we have the Sanctum of Parshath right here. Continue spell card. Rebirth of Parshath. And we have Minerva, Scholar of the Sky. So this card was also new, I believe, in this deck. And I think it should have been a holo, at least, by at least, because this card looks pretty decent too. I really like the design. And then we have, of course, our old friend back from the old Neo Parshath, the Sky Paladin. I really like that design. The whole, you know, in angelic armor, angel-like, strong metal, you know, really nice. And then, you know, the pre-evolved version, just Air Knight Parshath himself, which looks much more like a human back in the day. And you can see from the artwork, it's just really, really old. It's not sure which set this one came out from, but a very old set. One of the classic sets, OG classic sets of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we've got Meltil, Sage of the Sky, Harvest Angel of Wisdom, Bountiful Artemis, Layard the Liberator, Guiding Ariadne? Not too sure how to pronounce this one. But this card is also new, I believe, for this coming out in the structure deck. So really, really good. As a pendulum cards, apply one of this deck. You do not pay life points to activate counter traps. You do not have to discard any card to activate counter traps. So it eliminates all your costs for activating counter traps, which is really, really insane. Really, really great. Remember Archelord Christia, really strong card. Splendid Venus, really strong as well. Athena, really strong. Fairy type. Tethys, Goddess of Light. Hecatrice, basically searches your Valhalla Hall of the Fallen. We have Gelendol, Nova Summoner, Honest, always must run in light decks, really strong. Herald of the Orange Light, Herald of the Green Light, Herald of the Purple Light. And we've got Guiding Light, lots of lights, DD Sprite, Hanawata, and we have a Sanctuary in the Sky, so basically the core field spell of this deck that you must have. And this has a very simple effect. Battle damage to control of fairy monsters from battle involving that monster becomes 0, so you don't take any damage. And although it's a very plain effect, which has nothing, but lots of cards in this deck builds and extends their effects based on having this card on the field spell, so it's really important still regardless. Cards from the Sky, Celestial Transformation, Valhalla Hall of Fallen, that's your special summon, really good. Ties of the Brethren, Light of Judgment, Miraculous Descent, Synthetic Seraphim, Divine Punishment, really strong counter trap as well. Dark Bribe, Solemn Warning, really, really powerful. Stops basically all types of summoning. Ultimate Providence, Drastic Drop Off, Recall, and we're ending up with a Synthetic Seraphim token. Alright. So that is it for the opening for you guys. Before we end it off, let's just take a quick look at Sacred Arcanite Parshath again. Really, really cool. Really like interesting design. I'm really curious how they got inspired from this and what sort of inspiration it was actually from originally, because I've never seen this kind of design before. Yeah, really cool. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like the video. As always, subscribe to the AVAULT channel for more awesome and epic Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG openings. We're opening lots of structure decks right now, so be sure to follow the channel and look at more structure deck openings and, you know, small little discussions here and there about the whole basics of the structure deck. Really, really cool. And thank you, all you guys, so much for always watching. And as always, you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. This is AVAULT signing